What's up, y'all? So this is gonna be something new. Uh, Excited to bring you the cheap version of the production so far. I just kind of been thinking about this a lot lately and threw it together today. Just as like a pilot run, I'm gonna do just a few minute video and kind of give an idea of what I'm looking to do. So I've been wanting to get back on the mic and do a podcast of some sort, and so I'm gonna do video and audio. I'll post to podcast platforms. I will post to YouTube. I will share on socials and things like that. And it's going to be the Dynasty Cards brand. I'm going to do the whole thing. I'm going to ride solo. Eventually, I'll bring on guests and continue to kind of expand and so on. I'm going to focus on Dynasty, fantasy football, and sports cards. Um, might dabble in some other things, hot topics, stuff like that, but nothing too crazy. Mostly going to focus on things around the brand. So uh, let's just kind of get a taster for some of the things I'm going to go through. So first of all, you saw my intro video. I threw that together again today, horribly, right? Everything zoomed in. You can't really see anything in this video, which cracks me up as I play it again on accident. But I'm going to use the video just to talk through a couple of stories, some things you may not know about me. And it's not gonna let me do it without audio, so let's do that. All right, cool. So let me share my screen and let's do a little practice video stuff here together. So first things first, you should be able to see me down here. I'm gonna press play on each one. So gold, Trevor Lawrence, rookie card out of 10. Again, you can't see the whole thing. I'll expand on some of these stories on podcasts in the future, but this was my biggest hit that I've ever pulled. I didn't pull it for myself. I did pull it in a break. I did mail this off, contrary to what you see a ton in the breakers category. If you have not broken with me or you're not familiar with sports card breaks at all, that's where a group of people, a collective, will enter into either random teams or pick their own team, and we'll break a box together or a series of boxes. Something along the lines of, let's see, I think I have one in here. Um, right here. So this is like a group break and things like that. I like to do breaks here and there, where I incorporate some sort of a slab. Sometimes it's a fun slab. Sometimes it's a really big chase slab. Sometimes it's a mystery slab or some sort of a mystery pack. I have some, this one's not sealed, but I have these types of mystery packs that I started creating in the 20-ish dollar range. So, yeah, so that's kind of what a break is if you're unfamiliar. If you are familiar and you do break with me, you kind of understand my cadence and how often I do breaks and things like that. My preferred method is random teams. I really enjoy random teams, and oftentimes I do like to participate in my own breaks. Not regularly, but here and there. A lot of times it's when there's leftover teams and things like that. I'm a big Colts fan, so look, breaking for some is a living. For me, it's fun. I do it for fun. I really enjoy ripping cards. If you can see my desk right now, it's covered in cards. So why not participate in on that fun? Let's just go forward here. That was this year's hobby box I broke. Just a couple of my dynasty teams. Again, this is a look at a break. And this is your boy, the champ in 2022 of one of my dynasty leagues, and actually I am the champ. So that's why that half of this podcast video cast thing that I'm going to be doing, it's going to be around dynasty fantasy football. That's my passion, that got me back into sports cards. And you can really, if you're in sports cards from a perspective of not just collecting but financially, and I know everybody's a sports card entrepreneur today. Incorporating dynasty fantasy football can actually really amplify that. For example, Last year, I was very much in on Jalen Hurts. And I was very in on Trevor Lawrence, and both of their cards from the summer ascended quite a bit as they got into the playoffs. Also, last summer was a great time to buy Patrick Mahomes. A lot of people were talking about how maybe Joe Burrow has surpassed him. That even carried over into the AFC Championship matchup. And Mahomes cards were at an expensive price, but a pretty relative low. And so it was a good time to buy Patrick Mahomes and things like that. My issue, and you guys are going to help me stay honest on that, is that I also like to buy wax because it's really fun, and I like to rip wax because it's really fun. So buying expensive Mahomes cards doesn't always pan out when you're buying, 100 boxes of Prism retail and stuff. Um, so, Dynasty can complement your sports card hobby, your sports card adventure, investments, whatever aspect you want. Those two can work together. Um, I'm going to bring research, of course, to this podcast as well, right? I don't want to just say, this is Kadarius Toney. I'm just going to grab one. I don't want to just say, go buy Kadarius Toney. I want to talk about why I might be in on Kadarius Toney at his price and how that can carry over to the hobby. If I'm, making moves like that specifically in the hobby, maybe I'm not because he's a $2 wide receiver right now, and maybe that's a $10 card then, and it's a lot to put the work in and kind of get that return. But there are opportunities to chase that. Ones that I did not get right last summer, on that topic with kind of dynasty and sports cards. AJ Dillon. I was really heavy into AJ Dillon. I wasn't acquiring every share I could, but at the right price, I felt like he was going to continue his ascension, and he didn't in 2022. He very much kind of rode behind. Um, I was going to say AJ Dillon, Aaron Jones, the other AJ, rode behind Aaron Jones, who played really, really well. And fortunately for him, unfortunately for AJ Dillon, was brought back this year. So that's one that didn't really hit on. But the beauty is you can hold. Or if you have an opportunity to cash out at similar prices that you bought in, sometimes that's always nice too. Um, so yeah, we'll do shows. I'm not really sure the overall format that I want to deliver on the show. I'll probably break it up into sections, and I'll try to highlight those sections in the show notes so that you can consume the part of the product that you enjoy the most. And if you want to learn more about part of the product that you don't have a lot of exposure to, whether that's fantasy football from a dynasty perspective or sports cards, from just a unique perspective or a different perspective, I think that can be really impactful, and I'll help you kind of through those phases as I do each podcast. We'll talk about trades in Dynasty and trades in sports cards. We'll talk about roster construction in Dynasty, potential breakouts, potential busts, stats that I like to analyze whenever I'm considering a player and things like that. And from the sports card perspective, same thing. More so looking at products and things like that. Now, when it comes to sports cards, I am not a pro. I don't even consider myself, um, somebody who's like an intermediate in this. Like I'm very kind of new and immature in the card market. Um, I think that I have exhibited success overall, for whatever that is. I don't know what my measurement or barometer of success would be, but I did start with like, I don't know, $600 or something like that. And I turned that into about $15,000 worth of cards over, a couple of years now. I've been doing it for almost 2 years. So I feel like that's pretty successful. Probably not successful in terms of my per hour return, but it's a hobby, and hobbies are meant to be fun too. And I enjoy every minute I've invested into the sports card hobby, and I'm excited to invest like this type of time into the hobby as well, and I hope that you enjoy it. So I probably won't ramble too much more. It's been about 10 minutes. I'll touch on maybe a couple of the last little pictures here and see what we got. I'm a big Colts fan. I think I mentioned that. The left downtown is in my very, very small PC. My right downtown, or my right auto, I did move because I have some other autoed paint stuff, and I don't like to have a huge PC. I don't want to. I want something small and concise. And when I have an office, I'll have some office stuff on behind me and not just camera and videos. I think that was the last picture there. Oh, Justin Herbert, PSA 10. So this was one as it fades out. This was a card that one of the best parts about the hobby is you just comb and comb through stack sales and fire sales and trade shows, you name it. And I bought two Justin Herbert red, white, and blues raw and submitted both of them. I got a PSA 9 on one, but I did get a PSA 10. So grading is another aspect that's super fun. So, anyways, if I didn't say it, my name is RJ Casper. I am the brand of Dynasty Cards. Started a brand with Brian called Dynasty Addicts. Did that for a while and completely subsided. I'm going to be a lot more unorganized at times, but it will be organized in a fashion that I think consumers will really enjoy. I'll definitely take feedback. Any feedback you give me to incorporate. You'll see a lot of giveaways. You'll see a lot of fun stuff. I'm building out, I have my Twitter and my Instagram and things like that. I do want to build out a Facebook break group. Again, something, everybody has one, right? Everybody has one. I don't want that to be kind of remiss, but something that's a little bit more to my style. And my style is not for everybody. It's a little more it's fun, it's less frequent, um, it's entertaining and intriguing, uh, uh, albeit, a little bit, I don't want to say boring. I think I'm boring, but the feedback I get is positive. So I'm just not going to sit there and I'm not going to hype up, I'm not going to be sitting here and revealing cards to you and then yell bang when I pull a silver insert for DeAndre Swift in his fifth year. Like that's just not the type of breaker I am. I'm not going to get super, super loud on the mic, but I am going to shoot straight and call out the good hits whenever we get them. So. Anyways, thanks for listening to my introduction. Thanks for listening to me ramble through 15 minutes of really choppy edit work in a video. And yeah, I've done this before, so it'll get significantly better. I just wanted to bring it all full circle, make the announcement. Stay tuned. It will start this month. I don't know exactly when, I don't know the date, but you will see something this month. YouTube, it'll go on Twitter, it'll go on Instagram. I will be sharing the links on Facebook. I'll be putting out a giveaway on Twitter here shortly and on Instagram to drive those that want to be in breaks on Facebook. That's it. If you don't want to be in breaks, you feel free to join, do some trading, post some for sale stuff. That's totally fine. It doesn't have to be your thing that you're in breaks all the time, but breaks are going to be like twice a month tops. Like it's not going to be frequent unless you guys really demand it. Then I'll figure it out. I don't have a lot of products, so again, this is going to be for fun for me. Probably not going to become a full-time job, but anyways, appreciate you. I'll work on an outro. I don't have one, so for now, I am RJ. This is Dynasty Cards, and welcome to the next part of my venture. Thanks.